गीता क्लास गीता
ईश्वरो गुरु ईश्वरो
गुरुरात्मेति
मूर्तिभेद विभागिने
मूर्तिभेदविभागिने
व्योमवत् व्याप्त देहाय
व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः।
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
ॐ सहना भवतु।
ॐ सहना भवतु।
सहनौ भुनक्तु।
सहनौ भुनक्तु।
सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै।
सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै।
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु।
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु।
मा विद्विषावहै।
मा विद्विषावहै।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयम्।
ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयम्।
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम्।
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्।
अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम्।
अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवत्वेषिणीम्।
अम्ब त्वाम् अनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवत्वेषिणीम्।
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः।
यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः।
वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं साङ्गकाः।
वेदै साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः
ध्यानावस्थिततत्त्वतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः
ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः
सुरासुरगणाः
यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः
I'll put this.
We are in second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and we have started from yesterday. In Bhagavad Gita, in second chapter, it says is a foundation of whole Gita, and even it says if we are 100% sadhana chatushtaya sampanna adhikari, and if we learn only second chapter, it is good enough for Atma Jnana. So that much content Bhagavan has presented, teaching in Bhagavan in second chapter is 100%. So in general, main topics of second chapter is, first we will see, it is a surrender to Guru. Very soon Arjuna will surrender to Krishna. So first topic is a surrender to Guru. Second topic of second chapter is Jnana Yoga. So what is our real nature? It's called Jnana Yoga. That will Bhagavan discuss from 11th verse to, I think, 24th verse. It is 100% Jnana Yoga, means Upanishad vision. Then third topic of second chapter is Karma Yoga. To understand Jnana Yoga, we need some preparation. It's called Karma Yoga. So Bhagavan has also given a glimpse of Karma Yoga in second chapter, because in third chapter is only given to Karma Yoga, but still in second chapter also definition of Karma Yoga is given. Samosiddhi samobhutva samatvam yoga uchyate, and second one is yoga karmasu kaushalam, both definition. And last topic, main topic of even very important topic in second chapter is Sthita Prajna. I would say what is the meaning of Sthita Prajna is totally assimilated Atma Jnanam. And then a person who lives a life, it's called Sthita Prajna. Prajna means Atma Jnanam Sthiram. It totally stays in one person. It's called Sthita Prajna. So total 4 topics are important. And then between this Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga, Bhagavan has also discussed some dharmic dharma topics for Arjuna as a Kshatriya. So right now we are in first topic of Guru Praptihi. Yesterday also I have mentioned, again today also I have mentioned, even a scholar in Sanskritam, that person also without Guru cannot have Atma Jnana. So Guru Prapti, even for some time, but we need Guru. Shravanam Mananam Nididhyasanam is given, not Pathanam Mananam Nididhyasanam. Otherwise, it's also given Pathanam, no? While reading, we can have Atma Jnana, but no. Shravanam is the very important word. So we are in this much. Now we will see where we are. Both are in inside. So we have seen first 3 verses of second chapter, and first verse was said by Sanjaya, and he described Arjuna's mental situation, and he says also, now Ishvara has taken command and he started to speak. So Madhusudanaha idam vakyam uvacha. Madhusudanaha means Krishna has said this vakya to Tam means Arjuna, and this all are description of Arjuna. Arjuna who is overwhelmed by compassion, attachment. Arjuna whose vision also overpowered by his own tears. So his vision is not clear. Same way, because of clouded his mind, his thinking is also not clear. In Vishidantam, Arjuna was very sad. To this Arjuna, idam vakyam uvacha Madhusudana. Bhagavan said this vakya, in which sentence Bhagavan has said, so it is in second verse, and Bhagavan first time, Bhagavana uvacha, still Bhagavan is not teaching him. Bhagavan is telling something. He says, Kutastva kashmalamidam vishame samupasthitam anarya jushtam aswaryam akirti karam Arjuna. Bhagavan said, O Arjun, Kutastva, from where? Utaha means from where? Idam kashmalam. Kashmalam means the depression, dejection. This kashmalam, vishame, in this crisis, at the wrong time, at wrong place, this crisis, upasthitam, has come to you. And this kashmalam, this depression, it is not good for Arjuna, and for that, Bhagavan has used 3 adjectives. This kashmalam, this dejection, is anarya jushtam. This depression is aksvargyam, and this depression will lead to akirtikaram. And we have seen yesterday, for Kshatriya's life, 3 things are very important. One, while living, he lives or she lives, whatever, he lives a life of dharma. And being dharmic, always he is a famous in the world. It's called kirtikaram. See, all over he is famous. But when Arjuna will say, I won't fight, and being Kshatriya, if he won't fight, then what he will get? Akirtikaram. He won't long famous. Everybody will start hating to him. So akirtikaram, asvargyam. It says in our scriptures, being Kshatriya, even being military, one who dies during battlefield, definitely that punya, fighting for our motherland, that person will go to Swarga because of punya. But now Arjuna is not fighting. So after death also, he won't go to Swarga. While living also, he doesn't get any fame. And anarya jushtam. The meaning of Arya, we have seen. Arya, the meaning of Aryaha is one who lives a life of to be done. One who is lives of all responsibilities. That person is called Aryaha. But when Arjuna says, I won't fight, then it become Anarya. So Krishna says, this Kashmala, this depression will give 3 things to you. Kutasva, this type of rejection, from where you get? Arya definition we will see. And in third, last here, Bhagavan says, Klaibya masmagamah partha. Kshatriya, men also, they are ready to fight. Even Kshatriya, women also are ready to fight. In our India, we have seen Ahalyabai Holkar, Rani Lakshmibai. They all are ready when crisis has come. And all men are there for fight. So all men and women, then crisis comes, they are ready to fight. But Arjuna, being even man, he says, I won't fight. It says he is neither in men or nor women. It's called a eunuch. It's called Klaibyam. That's why Bhagavan says, Klaibya masmagamaha. He says, please don't take right. Please don't take Klaibyam in your mind. Etatvai na upapadyate. This doesn't fit to you. Etatvai na upapadyate. Kshudram hridaya daurbalyam. Kshudram, this is lowly, weakness of your mind. Here, Yada is not a heart. His heart is not weak, but his mind is weak because of affection, because of over attachment. It's Bhagavan says, this lowly thinking, because of your weakness of mind, tyaktva, given up, parantapa uttishtha. Bhagavan says, you please get up. And having said 2 verses to Arjuna, now Arjuna is again, he is still in confused state only. Still, he is arguing to Krishna, and now he says, Arjuna uvacha. Arjuna uvacha katham bhishmamaham sankhe dronancha madhusudana ishu bhif pratiyotsyami pujarha varisudana. Arjuna uvacha, he says, this is better, Anvaya is better. Arjuna says, Madhusudan, Arisudan. He is a vocative case to Krishna. He says, O Madhusudan, Arisudan, Sankhye, in this battlefield, Aham means myself, Katham, how can, Pujar ho. The meaning of Pujar ho means one who is deserved for worship. Arhaha, there is a one word. The meaning of Arhaha means one who is deserved. And Puja means one who is deserved for worship. He says, how can I, one who is deserved for worship, and who are they? Bhishmam Dronancha. They both are worship. For them, Ishu bhi prati yotsyami katham. How can I, with arrows, I fight with him, both of them. So he says, Madhusudan, Arisudan, aham katham pujarho bhishma dronancha ishu bhi prati yotsyami. How can I fight against them? Because both are deserved for worship, not for fight. I can offer garland, I cannot offer with arrows. So this is the meaning. But he has used 2 adjectives for Krishna, and he says Madhusudan and Arisudan. Yesterday I said the Madhusudan means Madhum Sudayati Nashayati iti Madhusudana. One who kills a demon called Madhu. It's Madhusudana. And we saw also, we like our ego as a Madhu, is a sweet. If we pray to Lord, then our Lord can also destroy our own ego. So Madhusudana and Ari, the meaning of Ari is also enemy. He says this Madhu is also demon and Ari is also enemy. So indirectly, Arjuna says to Krishna, you have killed demons, you have killed all enemies, but there is no chance to kill your own person. That's why you have no confusion. But I have confusion because right now I have to kill my own people. That's why he has used 2 adjectives for Krishna. And he says, Sankhya means in this battlefield, in Mahabharata, he says in Sankhya, the meaning of Sankhya is battlefield, Pujar ho Bhishma Dronancha. Both Bhishma and Drona are deserved for worship. Arjuna was the best archer in his era. And from where he learned whole archery. So Drona, his guru. So being guru, Drona is pujar ahaha, puja arhaha. He is deserved for puja. And same way Bhishma also. His whole childhood has passed on the lap of Bhishma only. He is a grandfather of Arjuna. And being grandfather, even he learned all customs of king family from Bhishma only. So in both way, even Bhishma is grandfather, but Bhishma is also teacher and Drona is also teacher. Drona is a teacher from archery side and Bhishma is a teacher from custom side, how to behave, attitude, also taught by Bhishma only. So he says, both are my teacher and both are pujarho. They all are worshipped. For them, how can I fight? Then he says, both are pujarho, aham katham. How can I? Indirectly he says, even both are in our side, then I will ready to fight. If Bhishma and Drona would say, I will take side of Arjuna or Yudhishthira, then Arjuna is no problem. But Bhishma and Drona, only two persons in his life who has played a main important role. How can I kill them? Then he says, aham katham. And one way is also right also. Because of whom we are right now we are standing. And all people known to us, even our fame are known to others only because of this Bhishma and Drona. Aham katham. How can I, Drona and Bhishma, Ishubhihi, means with arrows. Prati Yotsyami. Again, actually against, how can I fight? Yotsyami is a future tense. How can I fight? How will I fight against Bhishma and Drona? Because both are my teachers, both are my as well as guru. I cannot fight. So he says first, so still he is in confusion state only. Again he start another argue. And this is 5th verse. And he says in 5th verse, Guru nahatva hi mahanubhavan shreyo bhoktum bhekshamapi haloke hatvartha kamanstu guru niheva bhunjiya bhogan rudira pradikdhan. Now meter has changed. What we are chanting is called Anushtup Chandaha or meter, and this is called Trashtub. So I have kept one chart for you. This is a chart. It says in Veda total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 meters only. The name of meters available in Veda is Gayatri. One is Gayatri. Second one is called Ushnika. Third one is called Anushtup. Fourth one is Bruhati. Fifth one, Pankti. Sixth one, Trishtup. And seventh one, Jagati. And even here given, Gayatri has 3 lines. Ushnik has 3 lines. We are interested in Anushtup. It has 4 lines. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre 1. Samaveta yuyutsavaha 2nd. Mamaka pandavascheva 3rd. Kimakurvat sanjaya. So in Anushtup, it has 4 lines. This is Anushtup. And number of alphabets, syllables is 8, 8, 8, 8. If you now count in Anushtup Chand, each line 1/4 is 8. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre 8. Samaveta yutsava 8. So all are 8, 8 is Anushtupaha. And right now what we are I have chanted is called Trishtup. Trishtubh. And Trishtubh has here 8, 8, here 11, 11, 11. That's why it's a long. So total 11. Guru Nahatva hi Mahanubhavan, if you count, then 11. Shreyo Bhoktum Vekshamapi Haloke, 11. Hatvarth Kamanstu Guru Niheva, 11. Bhunjiya Bhogan Tudirapradigdhan, all are 11. So total 44 syllables in Trishtubh. Where in Anushtup, it's 32. In Anushtup, it's 32. And whole Gita are divided only in these 2 meters, either Anushtup or Trishtup. Maximum Anushtup, minimum Trishtup. 11th chapter, Trishtup Chand. More or less, this one sometime. And it says, sometime it shows differently, so our attention more it goes that side. That's why. So here also Ved Vyasa has used this Guru Nahatva, this in Trishtup Chand, because now the confusion of Arjuna is now at top level. And with this confusion also, he knows also I'm confused. This is the best thing. So what he now argued, he says, the meaning of this verse, Anvaya is, he says, we will see this, Ihaloke. In this word, Mahanubhavan Gurun. Mahanubhavan means one who are great Gurun, then teacher, Bhishma and Drona, Ahatva, not killing them. Not killing our great Acharyas means Bhishma and Drona, Bhaksham Bhaktum Shreyaha. I would prefer to live on alms. I would like to prefer Bhaksham means Bhiksha, collection. We are asking food from different house and then to eat. Bhaktum, to eat. Shreyaha, it is better. He says, in this word, not killed or my guru, but I think I should not kill my guru, but it is better to live on Bhiksha. So indirectly in his mind, sannyasi has come. So he says, Bhaksham Bhaktum Shreyaha. Shreyaha is better. Bhaktum means to eat. Bhaksham means Bhiksha. To live on alms is better. Ahatva, without killing whom? Gurun, Mahanubhavan, who are great. And which is better from whom? So he says, Guru Nahatva. If I fight and I will kill both my gurus, then definitely I will win. This victory will be my side, and whole Hastinapur will be in our side. Then we will take also throne. Yudhishthira become a king. But that throne, what will be that throne? Rudira Pradigdhan. That whole kingdom, what we will get, it always full of blood. Sullied by blood, Artha Kaman Bhogan Bhunjiya. Whatever we experience after victory, what we will enjoyment, our pleasure, our victory, our securities, everything will be sullied by blood only. Because this is not a simple job. This is a fight. It is a war. And in fight, everybody will kill. And after killing everyone, if we sit on the throne, what will be there? So it's called Rudir Pradigdhan Artha Kaman Bhogan Bhunjiya is better. Bhakshum Bhaktum Shreya. I will go in forest. I will live. I don't want to fight. It is better. So in this way, they will live. My teacher will live. And if I will kill, then we will get this type of pleasures. It is useless, he says. Now we will say it in the detail. Iha means here, loke means in this word. Mahanubhavan Guruna Ahatva. So always be careful. There is a two in this, someone who knows, here one akara is there, na is half, and here akara is there, and here hatva is total first. So always be, otherwise somebody thinking why there are ahatva. So here ahatva and here hatva. So he's comparing both situation. If I will kill, then what will happen? If I won't kill my teachers, then what will happen? So if I kill, then we will get kingdom with full of sullied by blood. And if I won't kill, then it is better to live on alms. So be careful, here is a akara is there. So he says here, Mahanubhavan Gurun is the most revered in my life. Even we see in all Pandavas' life, there is a 3 person who plays a role in Pandavas' life. One is Krishna, second one is Bhishma, and third one is Drona. Without these 3, we can't think of Pandavas' life. Whatever Pandavas has got in his life, because of 3 only. Indraprasth, he has got Yudhishthira because of Krishna. He has got archery because of Drona, and he knows everything, Dharma Shastra, because of Bhishma. So he says, for me, Mahanubhavan Guru are most revered. And ahatva, if I won't kill, not killing my gurus, then what is better? Bhaksham api. Food collected by begging is called bhaksham. Bhoktum, to eat, is better. It is better to live on alms. So now, what he was thinking, if I won't fight, then I have to go again back to forest. It is very interesting to, analyze our Arjuna's life. He has spent 12 years plus 1 in forest only. For what? To collect all weapons. Even he has done too much tapas. So he has got Shiva's weapon. He has got weapon from Indra's. He has been collecting for 12 years. He did tapas and he was ready for fight. And before war, he just again, he back steps. And he says again, Bhaktum Bhaksham Shreya. So it is amazing how our thinking can work out. So he says it is different. And when he says Bhaksham, so in our Shastra, Bhaksham means Bhiksha. Only 2 ashramas can live on Bhiksha. One, it says Brahmachari. And one is sannyasi, renunciate. Both can live on Bhiksha. Brahmachari, they can go to house and they can be. There is a Bhiksha. He said there is a 3 type of Bhiksha. One is called Madhukari. Madhu here is honeybee. Yeah, Madhukari means honeybee. So one type of Bhiksha is Madhukari. One is called Ajagari. So meaning of this, Madhukari means this honeybee always goes from one flower to another flower, third, fourth. They keep on changing. Same way, Brahmachari keeps on changing Bhiksha's place, houses. It's called Madhukari Bhiksha. One is Ajagari. Means like what we say, Ajagari means, what is the meaning of Ajagara? Right now I forgot. What is Ajagara? Means one who can swallow anaconda like. But what is Ajagara is fully, I forgot. What is, do you know? Ravi?
It's python.
Python, yeah, is a Ajagar. Means Python never goes for his prey. Whenever somebody comes near, it's just gulp it. Same way, some sadhus, sannyasi never go for bhiksha. Anybody comes and give them, they eat, otherwise they won't. It's called Ajagari bhiksha. And sometimes there is also discipline. Only sadhu can take 7 house bhiksha. But this all rights to brahmachari first, because they are living in Gurukulam. So for Guru also, this brahmachari has to go bhiksha. So this is right for brahmachari to ask bhiksha. Arjuna doesn't fit in brahmachari ashram because he is already married. He is a father. He is also grandfather. So this doesn't fit to Arjuna. So that's why he is planning to what? Sannyasa. So being sannyasi also, sannyasi can go for bhiksha. So he was planning, he was thinking, there is a 2 lifestyle, either karma yoga, gnana yoga. In karma yoga, we have to do all our responsibility. In gnana yoga, nothing to do. Only we have to stay on bhiksha. So if you find, and we will see also, he was keep on asking same question to Krishna, which one is better? Karma yoga better or gnana yoga better? If you tell karma yoga better, then I will follow. If you say gnana yoga, but you tell me clearly which one is better. But in Arjuna's mind, now he is preparing his mind for what? Sannyasa only. Because if he becomes sannyasi, he just run away from battlefield and sannyasi, then only study. Simply study, no responsibility. But really speaking, simply study, simply sitting is also need a mind which can sit simply without doing anything. If you, I don't know whether you know or not, but Pujya Swamiji used to tell one story of simply sitting sadhu, if you know. So this sadhu, in one big temple in south, I think in south, there is a one big temple. This big temple was run by trustees. And one sadhu used to come at early morning, 5 o'clock, and he used to sit in front of deity, whatever Krishna, whatever deity is there, and he just seeing the deity up to 12 o'clock. And when this temple closed, he used to go for bhiksha, and he used to go in same temple. They are distributing food. He takes his bhiksha, and again, whenever this temple opens, he sits in front of deity. And whole afternoon, evening, and again he takes bhiksha from temple. This is the routine of that sadhu. And trustee, and this food is given by trust only, and their trust used to give one who are doing job, who are doing service in the temple. And all workers are there, there are priests, there are many, plus this sadhu. So somehow this trustee, they are changed. A new trustee, they have come. And one trustee was highly enthusiastic. So he said, I would like to see who are taking food here, how we are using our money, in which way it is going. So he would like to all this account. Then when he was seeing, at that time he saw there is the food has been distributed, the all priest family, workers family. Then lastly it was written, there is a food for simply sitting sadhu. Is written in the book, simply sitting sadhu. Then he said, who is this person? Then that person, priest, somebody says, he is a very good sadhu. He said nothing. He's just quietly sitting. And he's only doing darshana of Ishvara. Then he says, he's helping you in anything? He says, no. Then why are you giving food? From tomorrow onwards, the food should not be given to this sadhu. He is ordered. The second day, The sadhu, poor sadhu, he doesn't know. After 12 o'clock, he went for Viksha. Then that person who is regularly giving him, he say sorry to sadhu. He says, I am sorry, but I am ordered by my trustee. I should not give Viksha to you. Then sadhu says, I would like to see your trustee. You take me to your trustee. Then that person take that sadhu to trustee, and sadhu said, why are you not giving me Viksha? Then trustee says, what are you doing? You are doing nothing. Then sadhu says, can we exchange our duties? She says, what duties? You are doing nothing. But still he says, I'm just looking at Ishvara. I'm sitting simply. One day you have to sit quietly in front of Lord, what I am doing, and I will take up your job. What you are doing whole day. Then trustee says, is nothing. I will do your job. I have no problem. He has taken this challenge. And second, and it is bet. If trustee says, I cannot sit, then you have to give me Viksha. Then trustee says, okay. Then second day, trustee early morning, he just gets up early morning, he takes bath, he went in the temple and he sits in front of deity. Half an hour he did darshana. After half an hour, he thinks, what to do now? I have already darshana. What? I cannot keep on seeing Lord. Then he started to search around, surrounding area of Garbhagruha, it is clean or not. Then after checking this, his eyes start outside, surrounding temple is good or not. After 7, he said, this is too much. He thinks now I cannot sit much more. Then he gets up and he just announced to the priest, from tomorrow onwards, you give Viksha 3 times to sadhu. Not 2 times, but 3 times, because simply sitting is not easy. Same renunciation is not easy. Arjuna thinks, I will go in the forest, I will sit simply and I will study. For Arjuna's Prakriti, it doesn't gel. So, but right now he is thinking of what? So, Bhaksham Bhoktum Shreya. If I live on alms, it is better. And what he says, Ihaloke. He says, in this world, Guru Nahatva, having killed our own teacher, Rudir Pradigdhan, stained, sullied with blood, Arthapogan means all securities. When we say Dharma Artha Kama Mokshaha, the meaning of Artha is, in Hindi it says Roti, Kapda or Makan. First we need is home, our security. Second security is food. And third is clothes. So, Artha Kaman for security and our pleasures, Bhogan means all enjoyment I would experience, but this all enjoyment will stand with blood only. So it is better to live in the forest with Vikshas. So he is totally ready to give up everything. But still, he is not. The best part of Arjuna is he is not running away. He keep on arguing, but he says, this is my decision. Now I want change. He never says, because still he is thinking something is wrong in my thinking. So I need somebody's advice, and who is better than Krishna? That's why he is not running away, but keep on arguing. And this is last argument he has done in front of Krishna. And this is the ultimate, his confusion. And he says, Nachaitad vidmah kataranno gariyah yadva jayema yadivano jayeyuhu yaneva hatva najijivishamah devasthita pramukhe dhartra rashtraha. He said, Nachet vidmaha. Vidmaha. Vayam na vidmaha means we don't know. Vayam etat na vidmaha. We don't know. What they don't know? Naha Kataran Garine. Among both of us, who is better? Means in the strength of their army, who is better? Kataran Gariya. Even though we have seen, I think Kaurava has 14th Akshohini and Arjuna has 7th Akshohini. So if comparatively, Kaurava's strength is more than Arjuna. That's why he's saying, Naha means among us, Kataran, which one is Gariyaha, which one is more strong? Gariyaha, and even we don't know, Yad Vai Vayam Jayema. We don't know whether we win or they win. Naha Jayuhu. They will win over us. Or we will win, that we don't know. And he says, Yaneva Hatva Najiji Vishamaha. Having killed, even we don't want to live. Jiji Vishamaha. There is a one, we know, Jignasa, then is called Yatumicha. Mumuksha, Moktumicha, same way, Jijivisha. Jivitumicha is called Jijivisha. He says, we na Jijivishamaha. Even we don't like to live. Yana Hatva. Having killed someone, we don't like to live. Who are they? They Dhritarashtra. They all are nothing but my own family. Dhritarashtra, my uncle's son. Totally has changed. First they say they all are Adharmi. Now we say Dhritarashtraha Pramukhe Avastitaha. They are standing in front of us. Pramukhe means in front of us. Avastita. They are standing to kill themselves. They are ready to kill. So indirectly what they would like, he would like to tell, if we win, then what will happen? Bhishma Drona will, definitely they both will die. Even when they both will die, on Dhritarashtra's side, everybody will die. So what will we get? Nothing will we get. And even we won't fight, suppose, and they win over us, then what will happen? If they will win over us, we will die, otherwise we will go to forest, and after going forest, still there is a murmur inside in us. What we have done, it is right or not. And even Bhishma Drona also, they don't like to live such a life. So if both way, war is not good. Whether they will win or either we will win, both way. That's why he says, Naha Kataran Gariyaha. He says, Etad na vidmaha. We don't know this. And what they don't know, Naha Kataran Gariyaha. Among us, for us, Kataran Naha Gaya. Which of two is better? Either Kaurava or Pandava. Which one is better? Na vidmaha. We don't know. First, his confusion. And again he says, Yat ve jayema, yadi ve na jayeyuhu. Two possibilities. First is, we should conquer them. We will win. Otherwise, they conquer us. They will win over us. But in both way, in this option, Bhishma Drona will go. And in second option, we will go in forest. And Bhishma Drona, they don't like to live a life such. They sent us in forest. If we won't fight, and if we fight and we kill ourselves in the battlefield, then Bhishma Drona, they don't like to live. So in both way, this is not good to fight. So this is the thinking of his. And then he says, last he says, Yaneva Hatva, having slain whom? Having slain means having killed everyone in Na Jiji Vishamaha. Even we don't like to live. We don't like to live. And Te Dhritarashtraha, the son of Dhritarashtraha, Pramukhe Avastitaha. They are standing in front of us to be killed. themselves. And what will I get having killed this? So totally now Arjuna is confused, and he also knows I'm confused. So this is the last stroke. Now he says to Krishna, and this is the best slok. He surrendered himself. Well famous, this slok, and he says, कार्पण्य दोषोपहतः स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म सम्मूढचेताः यच्छ्रेयस्यात् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. The Anvaya of this, there are many sentences in one verse. First, he confessed himself in front of Krishna. He says, Aham karpanya doshaha upahat svabhavaha. We will see in the detail. I am also dharma sammudha chetaha. My mind is totally confused. Sammudha means confused. Tvam pruchhami. I am asking you. A person, one whose mind like this, that asking you, yes, nishchitam shreyasya. In which way definitely is better for us. Nishchitam means definitely better for us. Tat me bruhi. You tell me. Bruhi. Again, this is a verb. He says, tell me. If Krishna says, why should I tell you? Then he says, aham te shishya. He says, I am your student now. Then, Mam Shadi. He says, Mam Shadi means you rule over me. The definition of Shishya is Shashanat Shishya. Guru can rule over the disciple. It's called Shishya. He himself surrender. He says, Aham te Shishya Shadi Mam. And if Krishna may ask, how can I accept you as a disciple? Then last he says, Tvam Prapannam. I am totally surrendered to you. So first, I would like to discuss, there is a one word, Karpanya Dosha. So what is the meaning of Karpanya Dosha? But I think time is over. So it will take a long time for discussion. What is the meaning of Karpanya? What is the Dharma Sammudha? Then we can see this, but we will see next week. Any question regarding this? Then you can ask, only 2 minutes. I can unmute. Any question? No? No questions. I'll teach it to me. No. Tomorrow. There is a one person, one is a greedy, greed. In Sanskrit it says krupanaha. So same word has been used by Arjuna, karpanyaha. One whose nature of krupanaha is called karpanya. So here, what is the meaning of karpanya? Is it really greedy? Arjuna was not greedy. Still, he is confessed, I am a karpanyaha, dosha. What is the meaning of karpanya? It is nice to discuss. That we will discuss next. So anything else? No question, no? So we can do Purnamada. Anything? After long time, question.
Hi, how are you? Hi.
Om
Purnamada
Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate
Purnasya
Purnasya
Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
Shanti.
Hi, Om Shri Guru
Gurubhyo
Om Shri Gurubhyo
Namaha.
Namaha. Harihi Om.
Om.